Marvel's Daredevil universe on Netflix has long thrived on gritty, character-driven storytelling. Among its many strengths, The Punisher Season 2 stands out for crafting a deeply personal and nuanced narrative that expanded Frank Castle's character beyond the typical vengeance-fueled anti-hero archetype. Now, with Daredevil, Born Again on the horizon, the series has a unique opportunity to revisit and refine that storyline's core themes, blending it into Matt Murdock's arc to create a richer, more compelling narrative tapestry. Revisiting Frank Castle's Season 2 journey, at its best, The Punisher Season 2 transcended simple vigilant justice by exploring Frank Castle's emotional vulnerability, his complex relationships, and the heavy moral ambiguities of his mission. Unlike Season 1's raw and brutal portrayal of revenge, Season 2 delved into the psychological cost of Frank's crusade, particularly through the introduction of characters like David Lieberman, Micro, and the development of his relationship with Karen Page. This season presented a storyline centered on trust, redemption, and the struggle between Frank's desire for justice and his growing need for human connection. One of the most compelling arcs was Frank grappling with whether he could let someone into his fractured world and the risks of letting his guard down, even for people who might ultimately help him heal. Born Again and the chance for a thematic echo. The title Born Again itself alludes to rebirth, renewal, and transformation, concepts that strongly resonate with Frank Castle's Season 2 storyline. Matt Murdock's journey in this new season is primed to explore the shattering of his world and the painstaking process of rebuilding his identity. This is fertile ground for thematic parallels with Frank's struggles, vulnerability amidst violence, the quest for justice balanced against personal redemption, and the risk of trusting others when everything feels broken. Unlike Frank, who often isolates himself as a defense mechanism, Matt has a network of allies and a community that can both aid and complicate his rebirth. Integrating Frank's emotional journey into Matt's could amplify the stakes of Born Again by emphasizing the importance of connection in the face of darkness, something both characters desperately need but struggle to accept. How Born Again can reinterpret Frank's Season 2 story, humanizing the antihero in Matt's world. The Punisher Season 2 humanized Frank Castle by peeling back his layers, revealing a man deeply scarred yet yearning for peace. Born Again could mirror this by showing Matt's vulnerability not just as Daredevil but as Matt Murdock, a man broken by betrayal, legal ruin, and physical harm. The key is to emphasize Matt's internal battle and his relationships, especially with Karen Page and Foppy Nelson, making the audience invest emotionally in his potential rebirth. Trust and betrayal as central themes. Season 2 of The Punisher used trust as a double-edged sword. Frank's attempt to open up led to betrayals that intensified his pain. Born Again can echo this by testing Matt's faith in his closest allies. Characters like Wilson Fisk or the mysterious villain in this season can exploit these fissures, pushing Matt to his limits. This tension will make Matt's journey more harrowing and his eventual resurrection more satisfying. Moral ambiguity and the cost of justice. Frank's Season 2 arc blurred the lines between justice and vengeance, challenging viewers to reconsider the nature of heroism. Born Again could deepen this moral complexity by forcing Matt to confront the consequences of his dual life. Should he fully embrace Daredevil's darkness or find a new path? The storyline could explore how far Matt is willing to go and what he must sacrifice to reclaim his life and protect those he loves. Physical and psychological resurrection. Born Again is expected to depict Matt's downfall and resurgence in spectacular fashion. Drawing from Frank's narrative of recovery and survival, the show can portray this resurrection as both physical and emotional, highlighting how trauma reshapes identity. By showing Matt's healing as an ongoing process, the season can avoid cliches and deliver a deeply human story of resilience. Supporting characters as mirrors and anchors. The Punisher Season 2's success was partly due to its compelling secondary characters who challenged and complemented Frank. Similarly, Born Again should leverage Matt's supporting cast to explore different facets of his journey. Karen's unwavering support, Foggy's moral compass, and even antagonists who reflect Matt's inner demons can enrich the story and add layers of complexity.